Hey guys, what's up? Eddie Alho here with KissAnalog.com. I'm super excited about what I have here in my hands. And I'm going to tease you a little bit because I'm going to hold this for last. I'm just going to tell you right now, Mr. Dashpuppy sent that. I got some big old massive MOSFETs with that too. Pretty darn cool, huh? Alright, what I want to do is, I was going to do a video tonight on my Class A amp. I was going to put all these new caps I have on the board, do an inrush current measurement, okay? And then my daughter came over and we played some darts. Well, we worked out a little bit, played some darts, and ran out of time. Sorry. Okay, I want to apologize seriously because I switched jobs, took some time off from doing, I kind of slacked off on the videos a little bit, coming up to speed in my new job and all that kind of stuff. But it's going to be less overtime, new jobs, awesome, just freaking awesome. Great company, amazing company, just really lucked out. Just, can't tell you how lucky I got with that job. So, like I said, more time, should have more time for videos. Then I got married. And some other things. COVID, well, that's been going on for a while, right? But anyway, all these things kind of slowed me down. But between now and Christmas, I want to get some videos out. I got a knife switch, okay? This knife switch is for doing inrush current tests, all right? And this is like an overkill because this is like actually 3 phases. But when we do this test very soon on this amplifier, I'm going to open this guy up and kind of show you how it works, okay? We're going to go quick because I got too much stuff to show you. I just want to show you a whole bunch of stuff that I'm going to do reviews on and do videos on so you can kind of see what's coming up, okay? One thing is this guy. You may have noticed it on my bench. It's been around for a while. I really like this meter. I think it was a good price. I've seen it on other channels and I thought, man, that looks like a cool meter. The reason I really wanted it was because I want a meter that I can do sound checks with. Just something to compare sounds to. This guy has a sound checker on it, and so that comes in dBs. It also has a lux tester, so it can test light. So some of these multimeters, for instance, have flashlights on them. They're not very strong, but still, it'd be nice to say, hey, it had so much lux, So this meter, really cool, a lot of features, and they don't say it's category 4, which I like. I respect that because you don't need to be category 4. If you're buying a meter that does all these kind of things, nobody expects this kind of meter to go out and do category 4 type testing. So I like that they don't feel like they need to do that. Anyway, I kind of respect that about that meter. It's been sitting around for a while. I'm going to do a quick review on that. Alright, I also bought these MOSFETs. And I've just been opening up boxes, and I thought, heck, I'm going to show it to you guys with all the stuff I've been acquiring over the last months. So, I just thought I'd show it to you. These are some big old FETs, kind of like they're not quite as massive as the ones that Mr. Dashpuppy sent me, but yeah, these guys here are big, and I thought we could do some, say, active load type testing. Show you how you could do a simple, easy active load type load test. Alright, so I got those for that. Then, another thing that just kind of happened is, well, I'll show you. When I left my other job, I was talking to these guys, Eaton, and they have these super caps. I think these are awesome super capacitors. The XL60 is what I have here. It's a 2.85, 3400 farads. I was trying to find a big capacitor. Okay, that's 10,000 microfarads. 10,000 microfarads, okay? This guy is 3400 farads. Like, I mean, that's not quite a million times bigger, but that's gigantic. 3.8 watt hours. That's ridiculous. Okay, they gave me a box of these. They also gave me a box of a little smaller one, still huge. So I want to do a really cool video on that, on some power storage ideas. But maybe a way to step into that is I got this bag, has these little boards in here, and I've actually gone through and kind of reverse engineered what's on these boards. But you put these boards on these capacitors and they balance a capacitor, and then you can put so many of these capacitors in, you know, series, parallel, whatever, and kind of like a battery, you want to balance these things, and that's what these boards do. So I want to talk about that. If this is the way to do it, the right way to do it, another maybe better way to do it. But yeah, this is a 2.7500 farad. Okay, so a slightly higher voltage on this guy, but 3400 farads compared to 500 farads. Yeah, kind of crazy. So I got some boards on that, and I did get the bag of capacitors so I can stuff those boards. All right, so that'll be a super capacitor series for some kind of different ways to, what if you want to replace the battery in your car or motorcycle, that kind of thing, or have a portable power station with a solar panel on it. So I want to kind of go over that because I'm just interested in that kind of stuff. I think it's really cool. And I think there might be some ways we can use our DC-DC converters to make that work even better. All right, so I need magnifying glasses because I want to be able to look close to these boards. And I got that little loop, and I was just thinking like, man, something like that would be awesome. So I just got these guys and they have these nice little pouches in them, but I couldn't decide on which one to get. So I got two of them. Let me show you. I just want to show you the two boxes. Okay, there's the box on one, and here's the box on the other one. Okay, and let me show you those guys. They both come with the pouches and all that kind of stuff. This guy here comes, this is like my loop 10X, but look how much larger that thing is. My loop is like, you know, like a jeweler's loop. It's a little small thing I've had for years and years. This guy's much bigger, so yeah, I can see a lot more area on my board at one time. So I really like that. This guy's only 5X, but look at that. That thing's monstrous. And the nice thing is there's the LEDs are in this handle, and the handle has kind of a rubberized grip. When I use these on looking at a board, I'll kind of show more of the features. But this one's battery operated, really cool. It's just, this thing just pops off and you put this other head on there. And these guys are, I mean, that glass or plastic, whatever's in there, that's fairly heavy. Yeah, that's it. And you know, just looking through it, I've kind of looked at my board with it. That looks pretty darn nice. I can't wait to use that. So I'll probably keep that one out here on the bench. And then when I'm at my desk and looking at schematics, I like to, you know, zero in on some of that stuff. And so, you know, I got two, and I wasn't sure which one I was going to use where, but. And then this guy has lights all the way around it, so I'm not sure which one I'm going to use on my boards. So this one has a 10X and a 25X. The 10X is this big guy, and the 25X is this little lens down here. Okay, so that's more the size of my loop, but it's still a little bit bigger, and it's 25X. So I might use this one out here. I'm not sure. Might swap them around. Okay, this guy takes a battery. They both take batteries. But this guy also came with a DC input, and it has a little power cord. Works off USB. And then it has this little stand so that you can stand it up on the bench. But you can also bend this guy over like that. So, you know, that might be kind of nice. So this one's kind of looking more like maybe the one that I might keep on the bench. And maybe take those in, and then I can swap the heads at my desk. I don't know. But very inexpensive. I'm going to put links to all this stuff below. Okay, let me kind of go a little quick because got a lot of stuff I just wanted to show you. Okay, the inrush current test and some other testing. Every so often I burn up a fuse because I like to put lower power fuses in until I'm confident. So sometimes they burn up. So I got these two kits. Okay, one's slow blow, one's fast blow, and you get an amazing number of fuses in these kits, especially for the price. I mean, it's kind of crazy. Yeah, 60 pieces in this, and I'll put the prices below, but I thought that was nuts. I was at Home Depot, and with this, I mean, it's not a bad kit, but this kit probably costs more than those two kits. When I get to a video where I'm using these things, I'll show you a little bit more information about these, okay? While we're talking about kits, let me just show you something else. On this Class A amplifier, I needed some poly caps that I didn't have And so I bought this kit, and it's a little poly cap kit. See all those caps you get? Now, when I was looking, I thought, well, I could buy those 5 like worth poly caps and for X amount of money or whatever. And then I happened to look on Amazon, and I saw this kit where I could get all these different values for about the same price as just a handful of specific parts from some other way. So I just wanted to kind of show you what is out there. Now this kit here, I bought this little dude, RCA to BNC, so I could take my scope and go right to the RCA input and for audio, right? But then, so I bought this guy and his gold plating that, and I thought, okay, that's cool, that's great for my Class A amp. But then I just happened on this the other day, and so I thought, okay, this is a way cooler kit. It comes with it comes with both the male and the female RCAs with a bunch of them, you know, to BNC. Now it's got a lot more than I can use, so I'll probably give some of these away to you guys. Throw them into some, I don't know. We'll have some giveaways, okay? But yeah, that's a cool kit. Yeah, like I said, I got a whole kit for what I probably paid for that one single guy. So I just thought, why not? You can get those kits on Amazon. So I picked up this guy because I needed some hardware, and I was like looking around and thought, man, I just didn't have the one I needed. So I just got everything around that size and length. And anyway, I got I got both units, metric and the English. So, all right, another thing, this was given to me. This came in the mail last week. This is from Kaiweets, same guys that sent me the power supply, Kaiweets. I like that power supply a lot. I did a review, I'm really happy. And by the way, I'm going to do a review on that follow-up to show how to do a small, easy, cheap improvement. Now that I got these poly caps, that's going to help me. But this little multimeter, look at this, check it out. And I actually want to use this on my Class A. I want to use this for inrush current measurements. I want to see how this, I like these little clamp-ons. I got the current probes for the scope, but I want to see how well this guy works just as a multimeter clamped on, and see what you can do like with the max measurement capture. What I thought was really neat about this guy, and they just reached out and asked me if I wanted to test it, and then I said sure, and they just sent it to me. They didn't ask me to even put links, I don't think. Usually they do, but you know, they did. They asked me to put a link for that thing, which just helps you guys. I think there's a discount link in there. If not, let me know, because I think they're supposed to be. But this guy here, same kind of thing. They don't, hey, do you want to review it? Here's a link to help your viewers. I'm like, yeah, that's a win-win for everybody. And I've been happy with this Kaiweets stuff so far. I've got a Kabot test meter back here, the HT118A, which is, I believe, a Kaiweets meter. I don't know who makes it for who, but yeah. So anyway, what I think is really cool is I have a scale down at 2 amps, and then 20 amps, and then 200. A lot of these clamp-ons, they start at 100 amps or 200. So the resolution down at 2 amps or lower currents, you know, it's just not quite there. Now for the inrush current, it's going to be well over that. But during normal operation, I want to put this on the AC line. It's a nice, easy, safe way to take AC measurements without putting your multimeter in there and possibly blowing out fuses and other things. So, you know, this is a safe way to take AC current measurements. So I'm really kind of anxious to test that one. And before they sent that to me and asked me if I wanted that, I had gone out and bought this one. And this one's another brand, but I wasn't sure if it's the same as the Kaiweets or not, but it comes with its own bag, and it's a little bit physically larger meter, okay? But this one here, I was trying to see what the setting is. And I can't say, I gotta turn it on, I guess. But anyway, yeah, that's just another clamp-on current meter. And the price was really good on this. That's why I picked it up. Because what I wanted to do is I wanted to show you guys how clamp-on current meters are really handy and safe. A safe way to do. I'll tell you what, if you're in an actual Category 3 area like my hot tub repair the other day, which I want to take these meters out. I want to take that panel off and do the inrush current, or the current measurements on those motors when they turn on. I want to use these guys. I sure don't want to stick a meter, even if it's something I trust, like the Fluke or the the FLIR or this amp probe. I don't want to open up the current paths and stick it through my meter. No way. I'm a little chicken that way. I like the clamp-ons. That's the way I kind of roll. Okay, so I also have this meter. I bought this a long time ago. Okay, this is a Borbidi. I think that's how you say it. I believe it's a 20,000 count meter at a very nice price. So I don't know. I'm impressed with the specs on this meter, and so God, I don't know, might be better than my Hubble test. Once I really love that Hubble test, and also the Astro meter back here. So, but I'm really anxious to test this one. 20,000 counts. So, all right, another meter to test. I've got a few meters around here, guys. Ow! Stabbed myself. There's some sharp pins on this guy. Class D amp. Isn't that neat? It has these fans on it. They're sitting right on top of the power devices, and there's 2 channels. Look at all those volt capacitors. This just looked like a toroid type inductors, which are the higher quality inductors. This guy just looked like a high quality Class D amp, and I'm really anxious to test this guy out. I want to look at the signals compared to some of these other Class Ds we've been looking at. So yeah, I mean, this one costs a little bit more. I thought it was a little higher quality, so picked up that. And hopefully those fans are the kind of fans that don't turn on until you need them, right? All right, guys, something else. Here's something I bought, okay? And it came. Some of this stuff I bought like months ago. It came on a slow boat, right? But it all just kind of started appearing between, the job, the wedding, all that kind of stuff. So it's just been stacking up. But look at this cute little dude. I should have taken it out of the bag before. I was trying to get all this stuff so it'd be really easy and quick to show you guys. Okay, look at this little dude. Isn't that there's a little screen protector. So, but yeah, that's just a cute little dude, I think. But 2 channels, 60 megahertz. Pretty amazing. I did this guy, and I was really impressed with him. Still am. I think that's amazed what you get for the money. This guy costs a little bit more, but a lot less than, say, a Siglet, like this guy back here. And that guy's only a single channel 10 meg. This is 60 meg. Look at it. So when I was looking, I'm like, well, actually the display is quite a bit bigger than the Siglet, and the panel's smaller, and the knob's smaller, but it's really just doesn't have all that depth that the Siglet has. And it's like that guy, like, why do they need it? It's 2 channel, 60 meg, has USB power coming into it, little power switch over here. I mean, they're using the side panels, but it kind of has that shape of what is that scope? O1. It kind of has that shape. So I wonder if Unity had O1 make this. Has that? Wow! I just noticed that Intertech ETL mark. Wow! Okay, now I'm really impressed. Okay, that's really impressive. I can't wait to test this one. If it tests as good as that guy up there, which I expect, this guy is 200 megasamples per second, so I think this guy is going to be more in par with the Siglet at a much better cost. So really excited to test this Unity. Okay guys, another thing here before we get to those boards. We're getting close. Just running through the stuff. Look at this. Hantek. Alright, so I understand the Hantek brand's a good brand, right? And I have this LCR meter back here by CEM, SEM or whatever. I don't know. Not sure. I've got some of these other little, the little small meters I kind of showed in the review, and they're all impressive. They're all cool, but I wanted something, I don't know, just looking, like if you really need a good quality LCR that doesn't cost $1 zillion, I found this Hantek, and it has a really nice kind of this case, kind of like that Kaiweets meter that I showed, that smart meter, kind of like that. It's one of those, I don't know what you call these, they're kind of a rigid soft case, you know what I mean, but has a nice pocket with like, I don't know, little test leads in there. And then there's different kinds of test leads in the USB charger, by the way. So this guy, I gotta show you this guy. This guy has a battery in that you charge, and on this side it has this nice rubberized thing. Wow, that's neat. It doesn't have the USB port available to you. I'm wondering if it has the SD card. I doubt it, but maybe. It does have the power USB available, so you use that, but the other two ports, I'm wondering if you can use those or not. They use this for their the same case for their scope. So this gap appears for the BNC connectors for their scope, and those things might be used for their scope as well. So it might be only the power connectors available on this unit, but has like a pretty stiff kickstand on it. Has that one little, I forget what you call those locks, those safety locks, you know, that you put in a lab to keep things from walking away. But I just liked the way this was laid out. I like the specs on this guy. Had some really good specs. I looked at that DER, was it 5,000? And I actually really expected to pick that guy up. I thought, okay, I'm gonna, spend the money and buy that guy, because I want to compare it to the other ways, the methods I have of testing. By the way, you may notice I have a Sencor back here, pretty cool meter, but this guy right here I think might beat the pants off everything, so we'll find out. Hopefully it tests as well as the spec makes us think it might. Okay, so hoping that works out, but really excited about all this stuff. And I needed this, well, I really wanted it anyway, to do some of the testing I'm doing here on the bench with the inductor capacitor selection I'm doing here, kind of compare these big caps and some of the inductors, and also just DC resistance. Now, I did a review on a bunch of multimeter leads, and I'm going to run them through the DC resistance part of that meter and see if I can actually measure any difference between those leads. Alright guys, so yeah, let me know what you guys want to see reviewed on any of this stuff down here and all that stuff. And also, by the way, I do have these eval cards. I have this another PFC converter that I was going to power up and show you some signals on this and talk a little bit more about PFC converters. I have a LLC resonant converter as well, and I have that original PFC converter that I had some follow-up videos to do on this. So I've got some of those evals. Let me know if there's something specific you want to see on any of this stuff. I do also have this Class D amp that's still dying to get put in a box and tested. This guy's going to go up against the Class A here, and as well as the new Class D. And then I have that Class AB amplifier. I have the Class AB amplifier down here in a box too. So I've got a bunch of other amplifiers, smaller ones. But here, let's get to these boards. This is what I'm really excited about, okay? You know what? Here, let me just, I don't want to drop these things. I've got like, wow, how many? 5 of these boards. And this board here, I'm not really even sure what this board is. You can see that. It has a bridge rectifier here, and then some bulk capacitors, but I'm not sure what this guy on the heatsink is. Yeah, I'm not sure what this guy does. So let's see it. See if I can read on the board what it is. Yeah, so we'll have to find out what this board is, okay? But I think it looks like a input power board. And then here's a single guy kind of by himself. This one says a Kabot Regulator. Wow, that is wild. I can't wait to build that one up. That's just a single, okay? The rest of these, I think there's multiple boards of. Yeah, here we go. There's 2 of this one. Okay. And this guy, it's obvious to me that it's a power supply. I see the place for the bridge rectifier here in the input, the bulk capacitors, some drain capacitors or resistors, it looks like, some more bulk capacitors. Yeah, so now those resistors might, you know what, this might be like another Haraga power supply. This is probably a lot like the one I have down here, guys. Alright, let's see what else we got here. We got a couple more purple ones. I like these purple boards. I've never done purple before. I like those. What are these guys? These guys are pretty darn compact. Okay, it says, I see mini olive. So that's a mini olive design. Like this guy, but a mini. So it has 1 power device on this side and 1 power, two power devices on each side. Instead of, you know, this whole big old thing. But you know what? I like this small, compact size. You know, this is going to be fun to build one of these guys. Oh, wow. There's a nice message on here. Nielsen Pass helped with this design, so this is the Nielsen Pass design. Special thanks to Nielsen Pass for his great contributions, DIY audio community. So there we go. So you know what, guys? There's actually, it looks like you could cut and snap these boards or leave them as a left and right channel maybe. I'm not sure. We'll have to see, but there's an input here and an input here. So yeah, there's actually 4 boards there. That's pretty neat. Oh, wait, here's another single board. So this guy here, it says Nielsen Pass. Oh, it's an Olive Turbo board. That's an Olive Turbo. And it looks like it's mainly surface mount. Like big old surface mount devices here. Like some big ones right here. 4 big devices there. Those are through hole though. They're not as big as that. They're more this size. TO247 style. Wow. A Nielsen Pass Turbo. Olive Turbo. Yeah. We got to build that guy for sure. Now there's 2 of these boards. Okay. These are, what are these guys? You know what I think these are? You know that preamp I did on Microcap, that tutorial? It was Mr. Dashpuppy that sent that in, that schematic, and I think this is the board that goes with that schematic. So I think this is that preamplifier. That is super cool. And what do we got here? Now these boards here, I actually cut the tape because I took these big old FETs out of them. So the FETs were sandwiched in here. Oh, this is a Jean Haraga. Oh, this is the amplifier, not the power supply. So I bought the power supply card here, what we've been working on. This is the amplifier. Oh man, I was going to get one of these guys after I did this guy. Oh, that's cool. I want to compare this to the Nielsen Pass. 2 different designs, both Class A. This is Jean Haraga, the guy that did the power supply for this. And then we have the Nielsen Pass. And then we have the Nielsen Passes that he sent us. So, holy smokes, there's a lot of boards there. Yeah, I'm super excited about that. That's a bunch of projects to work on. Bunch of Class A stuff. So, alright guys, I think oh, one last thing. I did pick up a little preamp card. It's a little Bluetooth preamp. I don't know if I want to pull it out of this box or back because there's little parts in here. But you know what? What I thought I'd do is I've got some other preamps like this, but I wanted to compare this one because I hadn't seen this one before. But I have another little preamp that's Bluetooth that I thought was a pretty nice little preamp. And what's nice is I can test these amplifiers without hooking up, you know, from a generator where I have to worry about grounds and stuff. But yeah, look at that little guy. and it came with these cables with some connectors. These are shielded cables, and they're pretty nice size gauge wire too. But yeah, that is pretty cool. So this guy here will be nice. Yeah, that's a nice little Drock preamp. The specs look good on it, and so you'll see that in tests, okay? And I'll probably do a video where I compare this guy to some of the other ones I have. But yeah, this is just a new one I saw that looked impressive, so I picked it up. And the price was right. I don't know what it was, but I'll put the prices in the video here. And all right, okay. Hey, I want to thank my Patreons for helping me acquire this stuff, and I want to thank you guys for watching the videos, and give it a thumbs up if you like it. It really helps the video and the channel, so appreciate it, and appreciate all you guys for watching. So give me your ideas on what you'd like to see on the reviews, and I'll see if I can work those in, okay? Thanks a lot, and we'll see you next time.